choice. For we, the Knights of Bretonnia, will be your shield.
Hello everybody and welcome to Total War Warhammer. It's going to be the game of the month for March. And we are going to be playing as Bretonnia, a brand new faction that just came out, so it's fairly new, literally yesterday. So, something that we haven't done in previous game of the months is something that's brand new. So recently they added the Bretonnians and the von Karstein factions. So there's Bretonnia, Bordelot, and Carcassonne. Each one of these have their own special people. So Carcassonne has the Fey Enchantress. Bordelot has Albrecht. It looks like he's got the exact same face as King Louis.
Champion of the Lady.
Almost. Might be slightly different.
Protector of the realm.
Slightly different. Doesn't look like it's a whole lot. So yeah, we are gonna try to get both or all three of these legendary lords throughout our campaign as Bretonnia. But since we start out with King Louis,
King of Bretonnia,
we are gonna have to get the other two through basically what's it called, federating with the other two factions. But we'll get more into that type of stuff once we get into the actual game. One thing I do want to say is I am using mods. They do change quite a bit of the stuff in the game, so not quite a bit, a decent amount of stuff. So this isn't vanilla by any means, but it's not. I didn't put on so many that's completely new game, so it's nothing crazy. Mostly because nothing crazy has been updated yet this new patch. But yeah, I'm not going to be playing any kind of hard difficulty just because I don't know what it is, but I'm not feeling very comfortable with these Bretonnian units. I've played a little bit. I played a custom battle and a couple of campaign battles just through a couple turns. It's been interesting to say the least, and I'm not as confident with these guys as I am with, say, the Vampire Counts or even the Empire. So we'll see. I'm sure it's just because they're new and I need to get used to it. But anyways, let's jump into it.
Does war visit fair Bretonnia this day? It is no longer enough for the dukes to sit idle. It is time for the flower of Bretonnia to unfurl and reveal its thorns. I come to his court with a wealth of knowledge that will aid this errantry war. Like the Grail companions of old, the dukedoms of Bretonnia will unite under the banner of their king. Let their enemies feel Lance tip and blessed sword. Now is the age of chivalry and greatness. Now is the age of blood and battle.
Bad ass. So, as you might have been able to notice from the little vidget there, the Bretonnians are, well, French, obviously, but also they take a little bit of English in there, whatever. But they use a lot of knights, and it's not going to be a big infantry roster. It's going to be a whole shit ton of knights, and the infantry are actually quite limited, as you'll see once we get into battle, or into the game. So it's interesting mechanics that the Bretonnians have. Somewhat similar to the Wood Elves with their Amber. They're only allowed to take a certain number of the elite troops. The Bretonnians are only allowed to take a certain number of the poor troops. So they can't just spam armies of poor. They actually have to build their armies around knights, which is really cool because knights are awesome, but really shitty because knights are expensive. So it's a lot of balancing that needs to go on. I think one of the coolest things about Bretonnia so far is that their units are awesome. Just playing in the handful of battles I've done, very, very well done units. I think that as far as looks go, the Bretonnians have some of the coolest looking units. Even though they're all mostly knights, they all feel one's better than the next, and the next one's better than the next, and it's not really in order. You know, it's not like the Grail Knights are better than the Errant Knights. But they just all look really cool, and it's one of the factions where I want to use all the different types just because they look cool. It's not, oh man, I really want to get those Hippogriff Knights because they look cool. It's, well, I want the other Knights too. Yeah.
Greetings to you, benevolent Royak. Blessed is your rule over Bretonnia. Yet darkness spreads from abroad and threatens your kingdom. The threat is real. It must be faced. To the east, the greedy merchant princes of Marienburg conspire to consolidate their riches. Observe that much wealth flows into Marienburg, but very little emerges. Further south, in the Grey Mountains, greenskins and dwarfs vie for control of the peaks. Whoever wins may yet cause trouble for you, my lord. Beyond, the wood elves in their mysterious forest protect their homes. Whilst at the coast, the Duke of Bordelot is as unpredictable as the roiling sea, as secretive as the water. Elsewhere, the unliving lords of Mousillon wage war against mortal men. The bickering dukedoms ignore the looming threat, so it falls to you to act, my liege. Only a united Bretonnia can face these growing perils. Raise your banner, King Leoncoeur, and drive this evil from the world in the lady's blessed name. My lord, the Dukes of Bretonnia have resided under a chivalrous code for many years. Honor this tradition, build upon the great foundations of Gilles le Breton, and lead the knightly orders forward to glory.
Okay. So as he's saying, chivalry, he's going to tell us right here, right up here, and then these peasants, basically the mainstay of Bretonnia. What we want to do is get as much chivalry as possible, and if we look at our victory conditions, excuse me, victory conditions is to gain 1,000 chivalry. I think right now we have 10. No. Yeah, 10. So we have basically nothing. But as we go up, we will get another battle to do, and then eventually we'll get a final battle. But we'll get there. That's ways off. Yeah, the idea of this entire playthrough is literally just to get chivalry. We don't have to. We wouldn't even have to leave this area if we really didn't want to. Potentially, we could, without capturing a single city, we could finish this campaign. There's that potential. The chivalry can be done through battles. It can be done through just about everything. It's pretty nifty. So I think the first thing we're going to do is economy. So as you can see, we're not making a whole lot of money. It's not looking too good as far as money goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one of these. That's going to get us a little bit more money coming in, which is going to be good for us. The second thing I want to do is actually move Leon down here. Okay. And I'm gonna move this
You
chick
honor me.
into Leon's army,
Grant me your gifts, my lady.
and I want to hire
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
what was it?
Your plan is a
2
good
and
one.
2, I think. Yeah. Now that's gonna put us 2 over our limit of peasants. That's okay for right now. We don't rely too heavily on this. It's not making us a lot of gold, and if we lose it, it's not gonna be the end of the world. But we will eventually want to get that sorted out. Right now, it's not a problem, but in a couple terms, it will be. All right. So next thing is going to be technology. Oh, right. So in order to get both Bordelot and Carcassonne as part of our faction, we're going to need to confederate with them. Now, in order to get the option to confederate with them, we have to actually research the technology. And it's going to take us 23 turns for Bordelot and another almost 23 turns for Carcassonne. But what I want is the unification of Bretonnia, because this gives us diplomatic relations with all over the board. It's going to let us bring all of Bretonnia together, and it's going to be generally good. So that's I think what I'm going to go for right now. It's just to kind of get our little area under control. I'm not going to focus outside of Marienburg. I'm not really going to focus too much on anything that's going on outside of Bretonnia unless I'm forced to. At least that's my thinking right now. I am somewhat in the dark as far as the Bretonnian campaign because I have only played a handful of turns so far. But what I can say is that it'll be interesting. Because we aren't required to capture a whole lot, we might play fairly defensive. What I also might do is there's the entire southern realms that we can take this southern area down here and up. I think we can go all the way up into here. This is all the border princes area. I believe we can take all of that, if I'm not mistaken. I might be completely wrong, but I think we can own all of that, and that might also be an option. I might not go all the way past this area, just because there's green skins and stuff down here, and I don't want to mess with them too much. They get kind of annoying, but we'll see. As far as that, I want this top one because it gives us more control, which is going to be nice. Alright, I think for turn 1, oh, we need to do this.
The lady grants you safe passage.
I want to
in
get
these
as good
lands.
relations with all the factions in this area as possible, and hopefully eventually this will lead to
Present,
some
future.
trade going on. Make us a few
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
$100. Okay, I'm on aggression pack. Nope. I think I got one more. Lioness.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
Cool. Empire.
The Celestial College implores that I hear you.
Trade.
I remain.
Cool. And oh, Musulman. So this is the only faction we can't confederate with as far as the Bretonnians go. So we are going to have to conquer them. And they are an undead faction, so it's not like they have the same roster as us. So it'll be. We might farm them for chivalry at some point, just because they'll be able to build stacks and we'll be able to kill them. But that's down the line a ways. We don't have to worry about that right now. Right now, we are moved up here. Those guys, wonderful. Alright, I think that's it for the first turn. Making a little bit of money. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Yep. Did that. Okay, got both of that. Yep, I think we're good to go on the second turn. Okay, so basically this is saying that we are over our limit of peasants. It's fine for right now. In this one, we're losing 20 control, which is the same as the public order in the previous couple of Total War games. So ours is control. So see here, we're losing quite a bit of control over public order every single turn. And it will eventually be a problem. Unfortunately, no, we can't not tax. Oh, I don't even. No, it doesn't really help all that much. So now that we're done recruiting our men at arms, we actually don't need this anymore. So we're going to demolish that and build something else instead once we get done. But what I do want is to assault Marienburg.
Ride to
We're not going to do that
glory.
just yet. Got some other stuff I want to do this turn. And I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode, and then with the next episode we'll assault Marienburg, because I think that that battle is going to take a little bit of time. I don't really want to sit here for 45 minutes just doing the first episode. Alright. So with that, we need to go back up to diplomacy.
Welcome, friends. Let's hope.
Still not ready for it.
Past, present, future.
She doesn't want it.
The laws of chivalry demand
You want
I
it.
hear you.
Yes, you do. Okay. I think that's it for them. They are improving. Once we get the trade with them, they'll improve further. These guys really like us. With them. Check out this. Alright. Alright, well, I'm going to end this episode here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. We will assault Marienburg.